Good morning, I'm Rose Picard. This is Godly Play for Sunday, May 2nd. On the fourth Sunday in the season of Easter, we remember how the disciples went to North Galilee as Jesus told them. It was a long journey, some 80 miles. It took about 4 days to walk. Many of them were fishermen, so they went to the Sea of Galilee to rest. This was a place that they knew as boys. They had fished there with their fathers. Suddenly, Peter stood up and said, "I'm going fishing." The rest went with him to prepare the boat. Soon they pushed out into the lake and the sail filled with wind. They fished all night, but they caught nothing. Still, the sounds and smells of the lake comforted them. They were home. In the morning, the sky turned pink and blue. They could just make out the shore and someone standing by a fire. They could see the smoke and the red glow from the charcoal burning. "Have you caught anything?" All they could say was no. "Throw your nets in on the other side." What could they lose? They pulled in the empty nets and threw them out on the other side. They could feel the fish moving as they held the ropes. John was not paying attention to fish. He leaned forward and watched the man moving on the shore. He said to Peter, "It's the Lord." Peter stood up. He jumped, he swam, he felt the sand under his feet and waded to the shore. The others turned the boat toward land. The nets were so full they could not pull them in, so they dragged them behind the boat. As they walked towards the fire, the stranger called out, "Bring some fish." When they gathered around the fire, the stranger was no stranger. They all knew it was Jesus, but they were afraid to say anything. "Have some breakfast." There were fish cooking on the fire. He gave them fish and bread, and they talked as they ate. The fish and bread also tasted of home. Then Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" "Yes, of course," Peter said. "Feed my lambs." "Do you love me?" "Yes." "Then tend my sheep," Jesus said. "Do you love me?" And Peter said again, "You already know I do." "Feed my sheep." He then began to talk to Peter about growing old and how you need help in old age. Sometimes people tell you what to do, even if you don't want them to. And years later, they wondered if Jesus had been preparing Peter for his death in Rome as an old man. Jesus said, "Follow me." Did he mean all of them? Peter got up and the two of them walked off along the shoreline. Peter looked back and saw John following them. "What about this man? Will he die like the rest of us?" "It is not for you to know such things." Then Peter fell silent and Jesus was gone. Thank you for joining me for Godly Play. Have a blessed week.